The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Market-wise out here, we get the Dow up 33, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 2, you get gold down 15, silver's flat, you get bonds flat, and we get the dollar up 19 ticks. You know, last night,
yes,
China, huge night in China. And it's really intriguing. And what you have, folks, is this, is that Shanghai came off those bottoms with conviction.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. This is, of course, going to be a huge day because what you have is, you know, we get the Fed speaking at 2:15. But the way that China came off that bottom is almost saying that, you know what, the Fed's going to come out with something other than what people think right now. It's going to, I mean, it's something we're really going to watch really closely.
We do. I mean, that's where, you know, as we're talking, or even you were talking on your show, you know, there was divergence.
Yes.
You know, there was definitely divergence, you know, where we had the Qs that were strong, had been the strongest on the way up. And yesterday, you know, we're not showing that strength. You had the S&Ps and the Dow.
They died in the bottom.
Okay, the S&Ps and Dow were showing more strength intraday.
Right.
You know, than the Qs were.
Right.
Now, you know, the question is, you know, how do you interpret that? You know, is that a good thing? You know, because the Qs, as you know, the Qs hit their price, you know, one of their price projections, if you will. Okay,
that's right.
So to a certain extent, it was saying, yeah, you know, it could back off, you know, and the question is, like, okay, it's kind of like it's a tag team. It's like a what do they call that? Those the races, you know, where you're heading off, you know, to the
relay
next
race.
Relay race. Okay,
Yeah, right.
so it was yesterday a relay race, you know, and the Qs were ready to hand it off to the SPYs and the diamonds. Now, it didn't turn out, you know, into the close that way.
No, because it was a failure.
That's right. It absolutely, you know, it was, and you know, and especially when you had the Europe closing out its highs, you know, it was saying, oh man, this might be an ugly morning. Because does somebody know something?
That's right. Because what the reality is that with Europe closing at its highs, folks, there's no way that we should have failed. Now, what gets interesting is that, and I suspect we're going to know this we'll know this, folks, before 2:15, meaning how our market's trading. And specifically what I'm going to look for is that, okay, can the Qs get any juice on the way down?
Yeah,
They're flat. Right. You know, can they get any juice? Or are they just going to stall up here? They stall up here. You know, when you look at that Shanghai chart, that Shanghai chart, folks, you know, now Shanghai came down, you know, 10 times worse than we did. I mean, Shanghai has gone from 6,200 to 2,500. It hit, the low actually was 2,400. But it came off there last night saying that, hey, man, now game is at 2,600. You know, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot when you're only dealing with a 2,500.
Absolutely. No, for sure. Yeah, you know, and as you know, I think it was last Friday or Thursday where we saw, you know, big price movement in the Q. Not big price movement, big seller or buy. Well, big seller or buyer.
The battle,
right? And, you know,
huge battle.
Weren't sure who was, you know,
on each side.
Yeah, and you know, we saw a couple pounces, you know, tries to sell. But you know, you had the buyer there each time,
right?
And so you know, I think there is that line that's drawn out there to see, because as you were pointing out, you know, even during the break or after the show, we were investigating a little bit further, you know, and that seller's not gone.
No,
you know,
there's no way
that seller is not gone just yet, and that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for that, you know, those clues.
Oh, big time. And you know, if we look at the NDX right now, you know, NDX is up 15 points. You get Autodesk, Oracle, Citrix, and Adobe pushing into it. Taken away from it is First Solar, Joy Global, Illumini, and Virgin Media. But let's go to the strongest one, which would be Autodesk. And if we take a look at this, you know, Autodesk is only coming off the bottom with a bounce. Yeah. That says quite a bit. That says that, you know, bottom line is that that's not the end of the meaning.
Well, you know, I think that the you know, in order for there to be anything really tangible like there was in QE2, and you know, when there's a liquidity event that's taking place, you don't know where's price going to stop at. You don't know.
Right.
There's not an easy measurement tool to understand what that liquidity. At least I haven't found one. How that converts to price.
Right.
Extended price. Now, in QE2, where the Treasury, where the Fed was out there buying our own bonds, in essence, the Treasury, okay? In this case here, all we're doing is we're just going from one pocket to the next.
You're just swapping out, right?
Yeah, so it's just a swap. So it keeps long-term rates down. It's not a liquidity event, so, you can't say that is going to have the same... it's hard for me to see where you'd have that same price movement as we did in August.
Oh, no, I agree.
Right? From August to the highs.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is you're not injecting any more liquidity into the...
market. No. And the reality, it seems that there's a couple different things that it seems to be happening out here, okay, is that people keep saying that the money's not there, but it really seems that the more that I keep looking at this, I'm saying to myself, it really is the demand's not there.
Yes.
The people are worried about borrowing money, number one. They're worrying about spending money, number two. And, there may or may not be a case about that. This morning... I was working out with Nico, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about jobs. Well, it got kind of interesting because there was a couple other, people that were looking to hire, and they're actually having a hard time hiring people. So, and I think that's laying in the background too. That I think there's more jobs out there than people are saying. Well, the jobs are out there, but the real question is, number one, do people want the jobs that are out there? And some of the jobs are too high, that the education's not there for the jobs, and other ones are too low, and they don't want to basically go into that level. So it's kind of it's pretty wild.
Well, I suppose to that end, because it's been going on for so long, such a period of time, that what happens is that families adjust, or you adjust to what your own desires might be.
Yes.
When I was going through numbers, and where 63% of the people believe that their best days are behind them.
That's crazy, man.
Well, it is totally crazy. I know it's not our viewership. I know we're the other 37%, but just the mere fact that that's out there, it kind of makes sense with what you're saying.
That marries with that.
It does, because people, if they've adjusted their life back, they think that there's no motivation. They're not motivated. They don't have a vision.
Get off that couch.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, because
right now.
I mean, what we know is that even where you and I are at each day, we still look to be able to take ourselves up another notch.
Oh, yeah, you have
exercise.
To.
You're exercising today, this morning with Nico. You're exercising, to improve your health.
Right.
And then you're coming in here trying to improve your mental health.
Right.
Now, sometimes being next to me, that might not help a whole lot. But no, it's so.
And let me tell you, folks, the last thing I wanted to do was work out this morning, because I had a few too many glasses of wine last night.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I didn't tell Nico that, though. Man.
I'll bet you do, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
it was one way to get me out of bed quick. You know what I mean? And of course with the dog, because I got to walk him first.
Yes.
But now I get the racket, so I walk him down to where Nico is, which helps dramatically.
Okay, that's good.
Totally.
Yeah, that's good.
Apple.
Yes.
At the 416, that's a perfect Gartley, folks. Okay, so got the 422 yesterday, gave it up, went to 421 today. It's going to be interesting to see what Apple can do right now. I'd love to see it that it would just tag the top of that high, and it hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
That's 422.86. We got to 421.59. The reason, well, let's put it this way, meaning tag it, and if it has lighter volume, because then you get the thing down the other side. But right now, that's a high volume shooting star, folks, and they'd love to get retested. Most of the time, though, when they get retested, they get retested 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah.
Normally, you get a pullback, it comes all the way down, messes around for a while, then you come all the way back up.
Yeah, Apple is, I've done quite a bit of work on Apple, because Apple, the cool thing about Apple, one, because it's it's a cult stock, if you will. 2, because it's in most people's 401k mutual funds. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's everybody has a piece of Apple, if you will, to a certain extent, and because the charts, it has a little bit of everything. It has island reversals out there. It's got, it's got butterflies and Gartleys and ABCs, and what's also cool from it, it's got hammers, it's got, bullish engulfings, it's got a little bit of everything in there, and and but yet, even though it has those things, it's still such a hard stock from a pattern standpoint to rely upon. because there's because we do have high volume up here at these as it's breaking swing points, and is this thing going to end?
Well, okay, so the point Steve has here, folks, is huge, and what you do is you don't trade it.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely.
That's the bottom line, and that there's some stocks that'll happen to.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we have to be really cognizant of what's going on with inside it, though.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're, especially when you're in the, when you're in the Qs.
That's right.
And it's
or the S&Ps too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was
the S&Ps.
9. That move yesterday, folks, or the day before. Yeah. No. Yesterday when the S&Ps were up, that Apple was 9% of that move.
Yeah.
And the S&Ps.
No, I
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
That's even crazier.
Yeah.
That's and it's because, of course, now you get a $400 stock.
That's right.
Pretty amazing, man. But you do have to be cognizant.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I mean, you've got to be, but that is the cool thing, because when there are these patterns that are out there, and in this case here, if Apple breaks topside, then that butterfly fails, and it's going to higher price.
Yeah, it's going to higher butterfly, right?
That's right. It's going to the 1.618 butterfly.
Now, if you remember, folks, okay, Larry Pesavento, he always says this. It's in his book, okay, and you got to always remember something. When a butterfly fails, watch out.
Absolutely.
You better not be shot,
That's
okay?
Right. That's right.
Because it goes to the moon. That's
right.
The parabolic phase of it.
That's right.
Pretty amazing. It really is.
Well, same thing on the, if a 786 Gartley fails.
Right.
I know, prior to really trading the Gartley patterns or what have you, its next move is going to be at the move of the move. Okay.
Right.
It's going to get down there.
Right.
And so we watch for the volume. But typically when those 786 Gartleys fail, it's turning into a butterfly.
127. You got it. You got it.
Which is pretty cool. But it is. You do have to be patient. There are times where the part of the money game doesn't mean that you have to be fully invested.
No.
You can be fully invested in cash. That's a position.
That's a trade.
Yeah, that's a position until you're waiting, for that next clue, for that next move.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And folks, what's neat about when you play with percentages is that it'll get you in and keep you out of positions. Because if you just do the math on a 786 and a 127, it's like, hold it, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to take that much heat. That's like
right.
insane.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's what they do. That's where they're going to go. I mean, that's a probability of where they're going to go.
No, absolutely. But what's really cool, though, is because of what, you've taught us in your books, in your radio shows and so forth, is that you can come down there and you can test that swing point. You test it with lighter volume, close back inside it. Then you do have a trade.
Then you get action.
It doesn't mean it's not going to turn into a butterfly or what have you, but you got to trade right there. You've got, and if you've got a good enough consolidation area, it can be a real nice trade.
No, absolutely. The dollar. 77.75. This is going to shock people. I mean, it failed yesterday. It went into the swing point, couldn't handle it.
Yes.
It's going to make another charge for it. It's going to be interesting. It made one charge this morning. It's going to make another one.
They still talk about the weak dollar on the.
I know. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, folks. You know what? It's perfect too. I got to get the Wall Street Journal. The front of the journal today is housing's even going down more. We get the bottom in. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to be right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 9, Nasdaq's up 14, S&P's are flat. And front page, Wall Street Journal. Okay, so folks, bottom line is that we've been, housing has been going down for 5 years, right? But now we got a headline. Home forecast calls for pain. Prices to stumble to 2015, economists say, weighing down recovery.
Yeah.
Folks, the bottom's in housing. This makes it even better, you know?
Yeah, when you start getting...
Well, when I say the bottom's in, are there variations, can you get down another 5, 6, 7, even maybe 10% a year? Yeah, you can. Are you going to be up 40% within 5 years? Yeah. To me, that's a no-brainer.
Who's the biggest home builder out there right now for us?
Well, you get Toll, you get Lennar, LEN, and it's kind of interesting how that shakes out. Yeah, see, Lennar is going up. I mean, I don't know if this. Let me pull this back for a second. Okay, pull it back to 0. That's interesting. Look at that. So what you're looking at, that's a monthly. You get the... Now, if you want to see something that's bizarre, folks, okay, this is pretty good, actually. Because, you had the low that was put in like in 08 with everything else, right?
Right.
This came down. It tagged its swing point, rejected the swing point, came into 135 million versus 219. What you'd like to see... Now, this is where this is really cool. What you'd like to see, folks, is this. I expect that when the S&P comes down, I expect that's how it's going to test it.
Yeah.
At my 825.
Right.
It's going to come into it. The volume's going to explode. But it's not going to explode in the context of how we were down in 208. So 2008. So we'll end up looking like if you were only looking at how it came down last month, you'd say, oh my God, that's terrible. It went down beyond belief, okay? Versus what it's going into. That baby, that's how it's supposed to go into it, reject it, and now you're building cars. So we've been building cars in Lanark since 2008. Yeah, so we'll see where the baby shakes. But I love seeing, first off, the technical setup.
Yeah.
And seeing the technical setup that it's been years, not months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is years. We're talking, we've been out there years, and then we were just kind of just talking that people are still fearful of going out and getting money.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it myself even yesterday. I said, you know what, why don't I actually go buy another 5 or 6 houses? You know? I swear to God. And I said, well, why aren't I doing that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so, you know, the thing is, when you're typically when you're coming out of recessions or what have you, poor economic cycles, what's happened is you've had, you know, huge attrition inside all types of companies, certainly large companies. Basically, you've gotten, you know, good executives, folks that, you know, were outstanding at their job, just simply were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
And those folks typically turn around and start the push. They start creating new jobs, new businesses.
Right.
You know, and until that, you know, and it's really, you know, is it the uncertainty that they have that's out there with regard to, you know, the problem is, like I was talking about yesterday, is that we're attacking the wrong things, you know.
Right.
It needs to be a positive push forward. You need to be embracing people that are making $1 million. You know, $1 million is not that much, folks, and so, you know, you want to at least have your sights set at being able to make $1 million.
Right.
You know, and you want more of those folks. We need those people in the economy. And we need more of those people. We need people striving towards that. Whether it's $1 million or it's 200,000 or it's $500,000, whatever it is, we need to be embracing those folks, encouraging those folks, not out there saying you're the villains, you're the bad guys,
and
you're the ones that are going to help us out of this mess because we're going to take from you. That's not how it works.
Right. And the reality is that I would say, this isn't a firm statistic because I don't know, but I can tell you, in order to make $1 million, if you have a business, you're probably generating 20 million.
Well, yeah, I mean, that'd be a 5%, you know, I mean, it just depends on your profit margin.
Right.
But you're still, and you got, you know, you absolutely got a lot of risk in there.
Yeah, huge.
You know, and whether it was your own capital.
Right.
You know, which is the craziness about trying to change the, you know, the capital gains tax, okay, because, you know, for the most part, if you think about it, if you were somebody who went out to work, okay, and you were successful in your job, and successful could mean you were a 35% income taxpayer, you know, somewhere around there.
Right.
You know, then the money that you already paid tax on the way out, right? And you decided to go ahead and you're going to invest that money back in. Well, you're paying, you know, gains on that money as well. There's no reason for you to get hammered at another ordinary income rate, which we already do if we're not buying hold, guys. Okay, so now we already, you know, in essence are doing that.
Right.
But, you know, if you get a longer term picture, there's no reason for you to get hammered for that.
Bottom line, cut the spending. Cut their legs off. That's it. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow down 7, Nasdaq's up 9, S&Ps are off 2, gold's off 20, silver's off 17. You get platinum down 9. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the market flat out here. Let's go to Dean in Minnesota. Hey, Dean, what's going on?
I'm looking at the December dollar, Echo Delta X-Ray Zulu 11, and that looks a little different than continuous contract that you look at. There's from the 12th, it's kind of like a downtrending line that's the tops have been bouncing off, and there's a high volume low on 9/15, 44,000 contracts. Could you see that coming back to like 76 and a quarter? Maybe buy there, or if it busts out the top, buy right there, and don't put in a stop and or put it down. I don't know, half a buck or something like that, because the thing, I don't want it to take off without me is the point.
Well, I wouldn't worry about anything taking off without you. That's you can't. You definitely can't trade like that.
I got out of the September, and I was waiting for a bigger pullback to around 76 or so.
Yes, no, I see. So what he's looking at, folks, is that the you see how yesterday and today and actually the day before, what happened is that it breaks into that large bar, but it won't break it down. What you have here is that you're dealing with different contracts, and the way that I do this in the future market is this, Dean, is that you have to actually write down on these rolls what the contract, the volume characteristic is. Because, see, that 44,000 that you're looking at really might not be that much versus the September contract. You follow me?
Yes.
You know, so the bottom line is that yes, the buy is 77.32. I don't think it'll get to 76. You know, it looks like it's building cause right now to blow that big ABC on the way up. That's what it looks like it's doing.
That's part of what I've been studying. I think the continuous contract, because 9/15, the September was still trading, and it shows that volume on the continuous, I think.
Well, what happens is this. I found that you really can't trust the volume of the continuous contract. I've done it a dozen different ways. You know, another thing that you can do is this. You could go over to the UUP and see how that baby looks, because that's the UUP is the equity power share there. Now that's a sweet little setup, and as the UUP comes down to like 21.79, if it gets down there, and that lines up with your future contract, then you can pull the chain on the future contract.
Okay, great. Hey, so I know you don't like to buy breakouts. You like to wait for pullbacks and this whole risk thing. But, you know, sometimes you look at the charts and you see where it's consolidating or something, and all of a sudden it busts out and it never comes back. Do you have any indication when that happens that, hey, just get on board. Just get on board. Don't wait for any retracement. You're not going to get a better price than today, right now, and then just get in and hang on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That doesn't. No, I don't do that ever. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, man.
And we do like buying breakouts. It's just when it comes back and tests the breakout area.
Yeah, and, well, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. If in fact, okay, you buy breakouts and you make money with it, God bless you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you find something you make money with, that's great. I've found that they don't work. I've found that the amount of money that's lost on them is incredible. But if someone else finds something else, great, man. There's nothing like it. I know Ken Shreve can make money hand over fist, and he just understands, and he'll ride them, and there's no doubt about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but but Ken has taken a look at a number of other fundamental aspects. Okay, right. You've really got to stay up on the earnings, the quarterly earnings, the growth that you've had there, the outlook, the forecast, and a number of other aspects.
Well, and you know what it comes back to? What do we preach? Money management.
Oh, absolutely.
Folks.
Absolutely.
It all comes back to money management. You find a good system, you get it. It comes back to money management.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 25, Nasdaq's up 2, S&Ps are down 4, Gold's down 17, Platinum's down 5. Copper got smoked, and FCX is getting smoked again today. We're going to be right back.
If you're in the market for a jumbo loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then Everbank is your answer. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry, or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow down 29, Nasdaq's up 3, S&Ps are off 5. Transports are getting smoked in a big way, so it's going to be interesting to see how and what they can do as they come into those lows.
Yeah.
Big problem coming into those lows. Let's go to Charlie in Framingham. Charlie, what's going on?
Hello there, Tom.
What's happening, brother? How you been?
I'm doing fine. My phone line is a little bit broken up here. I'm looking at SOXL. I'm in it. I got in the other day. Haven't had a chance to hear what you guys are talking about as far as where the NASDAQ is going. So I'm going to listen to you on the radio and appreciate your feedback.
Okay, brother.
Thanks.
Okay, so he's looking at the SOXL, which is the semi-bull 300% SMHs. So the low is 21, the high is 75. What's really interesting here is that for the market being down this bad, this is a nice setup.
It is, absolutely.
It's pretty wild. Well, Charlie, the way this is set up right now is this, okay? So you're coming into this high volume from the September 14th area. The top of that was 32.85. The bottom of that's 29.65. You don't let it get below the 29.65. That's for sure, man. Right now that's not a bad setup though, which is pretty. I'm glad you called, Charlie, because that's a heads up for me too. Because if those SMHs hold, that NASDAQ will hold.
Yeah. And actually, if you get down to 29.65, it'd be only a 0.382 retracement. So if it can hold that area, then you've just set up a really nice ABCD pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing takes you to, on the SOXL, Charlie, that thing, if this pattern were to hold, it's going to take you up to the $42, which makes a lot of sense. That's the next swing point that you're coming into, right in the July 26th time frame.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that the semis took us off the bottom.
Yeah.
They took us off the bottom. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
So there was this mature lady. She's about 60 years old, right?
Okay.
She gets pulled over for speeding, right?
Yes.
The lady says to the officer, "Is there a problem, officer?" "Ma'am, you were speeding." "Oh, I see. Can I see your license, please?" "I'd give you it, but I don't have one." "You don't have one?" "No, I lost it 4 years ago for drunk driving." "I see. Can I see your vehicle registration papers, please?" "I can't do that." "Why not?" "I stole this car." "Stole it?" "Yes, and I killed and hacked up the owner." "You what?" "His body parts are in a plastic bag in the trunk, if you want to see it." The officer looks at the woman, slowly backs away from her car, and calls a backup. Within minutes, 5 police cars circle the car. A senior officer slowly approaches the car, clasping his half-drawn gun. "Ma'am, could you step out of the vehicle?" The woman steps out of the vehicle. "Is there a problem, sir?" "One of the officers told me that you have stolen this car and murdered the owner." "Murdered the owner?" "Yes." "Could you please open your trunk of your car, please?" The woman opens her trunk, revealing nothing but an empty trunk. "Is this your car, ma'am?" "Yes." Here's my registration papers." The officer is quite stunned at this point. "One of my officers claims that you do not have a driving license." The woman digs into her handbag and pulls out a clutch purse and hands her the driver's license. The officer examines the license. He looks quite puzzled. "Thank you, ma'am. One of my officers told me you don't have a license. You stole the car and that you murdered the hacked-up owner." Bet the lie I told you I was speeding, too.
I love it.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
That's good. That's
Speeding,
good.
too. Angie just sent me that.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's good. Hey, nothing like some clean jokes. I don't know any clean jokes that I can tell on the
well, you know what? There's another one, but well, actually, hold it. Are we on the air? Are we on the radio anywhere?
You can never know.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, we'll have to save that one for later. It's not that bad, but
yeah, I know.
If
there's something that are kind of questionable, you say, oh,
well, if there's a couple little kids listening with their parents, I don't want them to. You know, start questioning their parents.
No.
Oh,
it's going to be a quiet day in the market.
Well, yeah. Until quarter, let's look at this. So if the Qs, no doubt, are refusing to back off. But let's look at this. Well, it's not saying much.
Yeah, that's just inside, day. Now the mere fact that it's not saying much is communicating something to us.
Right.
Because with us closing at our lows yesterday, Europe could have been down big. It's not. You had, as you said, Asia moving up off its lows yesterday. So.
No, I know. Well, look at that. That's interesting. The CSX. I mean, CSX is getting smacked.
Yes.
That's, of course, this is one of the huge train companies, folks. It broke the 1895. It said 1897. It's doing another ABC down.
Yeah.
That broke it good, too. Broke it with volume, man. Holy cow. It's like, okay, we're not going to move any goods here either?
Yeah, which is, kind of not buying that.
No, this is interesting. But you know what? Look where it's going,
man.
yeah,
no.
This is sick. Folks, if you don't want to wrap your head around volume, go look at this equity. And this thing was screaming that it had to get back to $20. And then, of course, it's going to get croaked now because once they extend themselves too much, bottom line is that now they're going to extend themselves down the other end. And this could be really pretty intense, actually, because when you take a look at what you have here, is that it broke the whole uptrend with conviction.
Yeah.
It has already got, this thing wants to go to $15 easy, but you know what? Folks, you got to pay attention to these, now when I'm looking at that, that's telling me that even this afternoon we might not even hold.
Yeah.
And now that's weird. I'm going to about 4 or 5 leaps here, but the reason is that this shouldn't have happened this quickly to the railroads, and that $10.70 is screaming out here for this equity. It's like, what, $10? The equity was at $25 last month, $26. So it's like, if that's the case, there's something else that's hanging out here, and that something else. Okay, so if something else has to do with the transportation industry, well, I guess it would be everything. It just wouldn't be. What stock is that?
No, it's the same. That's the same. That's the monthly.
That's the monthly.
That's the monthly. Yeah.
Oh, if you want to see something wild, that's
monthly.
So what the monthly did, folks, check this out. Oh, this is devastation.
You know
what it is? On the monthly, folks, it was 3 black crows that got tested and went over it, and there's 3 more black crows showing up.
Yeah.
The crows are taking over, man. I'm telling you, the crows are taking over.
Yeah, on monthly.
The birds are coming.
Now what is
the angry birds are coming.
Now, of course, what is nice is inside there's my subscribers now. We made a little money off of a quick CSX trade.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
it's good you got fast fingers. Holy cow, man.
You betcha, baby. We made some money.
That's a beautiful thing. He's going to hang me right now. You stay right there.
No. I love it.
If you're in the market for a jumbo preferred non-conforming loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then EverBank is your answer. As a direct lender with processing, underwriting, and funding all under one roof, EverBank can offer the most competitive rates, greater efficiency, and shorter closing times. Now is the time to act. EverBank offers fixed terms of 10 and 15 years, as well as adjustable terms of 5, 7, and 10 years, including interest-only options on primary residences. For more information, call EverBank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. EverBank, 877-471-5970, 877-471-5970.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40. Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow off 48, NASDAQ off 2, S&P's off 7. And don't forget, folks, right after Steve and I, we get Mr. Basil Chapman. He's going to be coming up. Then Larry Pesavento, 12 to 1. David White, 3 to 4. And then I'm going to be back at 4 this afternoon. You know, poker. Okay, yeah. What you're going to have, folks, this is pretty intense. You know, full tilt poker. And these are big name guys. You got Ferguson. You got Howard Leader.
Yeah.
They basically, now, right now, it's still only a civil suit. Okay, but the feds are going after them for a monster Ponzi scheme. And it's a big one, folks, okay? The bottom line is that the government is the allegations out of the 23 owners of the site had taken out $444 million in distribution over the years. Now, where this came down is that, of course, the feds stopped, they were busting the processes, you know, and when they were busting the processes, what these guys could have done is just close down. And then, you know, if the feds said your money to close down, you close down, that's it. But they didn't. What they did is that they kept going, and, of course, they had already taken all the money out. So what they're being accused of is taking $300 million. And I know for a fact, folks, this is not all the sites, but this happened to PokerStars too, right?
Yeah.
But PokerStars, everyone got their money back. Every person, there's not one person that didn't get their money within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Full Tilt, no one got their money back.
Wow.
These guys are going to the can. These guys are going to the can, and you know who's going to go to the can with them, folks? The director from Goldman Sachs. Gupta. The feds are going to be coming down after him, probably, I'd suspect, in the next month and a half. And he should go to the can, too, because the other guy,
from the hedge funds are going to go to the can. Well, he already got guilty. They're going to try to give him 25 years. That's pretty sick. Do you know what, folks? You know what's 10 times easier? Learning patterns and learning volume. And you're free.
Absolutely.
And it's a beautiful thing. And you can get up in the morning and you can still make money, and you're not going to go to jail. Seriously, man.
No.
It blows my mind.
No, absolutely.
These guys are out of their minds. But, you know, they think they live in a different world until they get caught.
Yeah.
And then it's no friends. Then it's bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, pretty intense, man.
You know, I in the 90s, I was in Vegas pretty much every other week.
Yes.
And so, you know, in the evening times, what I would do for relaxation was I would play Texas Hold'em.
Right.
Now, for the most part, and I would play at the Mirage primarily.
Right.
And that was really the big game that was in town.
Yes.
Or the big poker room that was in town. And, you know, for the most part, what was nice about it was pretty much still just structured poker that was there.
Right.
You were playing 5, 10, 10, 20,
right.
you know, 30, 60, whatever.
Right.
You know, it was the euphoria of the all-in, you know, pot limit game.
Interesting, okay.
Well, they then kind of moved up to a pot limit game, and then, you know, and then it was, you know, the way it is. But in the structured environment, it actually was, you know, I think the limit may have been like 5 raises or something like that.
Okay.
You know, but it was structured. It was, you could control your risk.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in playing the game. You know, and the first time I actually played pot limit was in London.
Okay.
You know, and that was wild because
those clubs are pretty cool. I've been in those clubs. Yeah, those are private clubs.
No, private clubs.
Yeah, right.
Sat around a table. Each of us were the dealer. So each player, you know, was a dealer there.
Right.
So now I'm doing the conversion of dollars to pounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Pounds
and I'm dealing, you know, and it's pot limit, you know. But actually, I got out of there with my shirt still on.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
That's beautiful.
But it was fun as a structured game.
Right.
You know, and they just, you know, and how they've sensationalized it in television.
Yeah.
You know, all in, and just you know, we don't trade that like that.
You don't.
That's not a good strategy.
Yeah.
Now, if you know you got the nuts, if you know you've got the absolute best hand,
Royal
well,
straight
of course,
flush.
yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Market-wise, folks, you know, the way this is acting right now, 2:15 is going to be a heavy scene coming down. You know, we'll see where this shakes out, but we got a great lineup for you. We're going up to Newton, Massachusetts right now for Basel. Then go to Tucson, Arizona with Larry. Back to Tampa with David and myself. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Of course, we look forward to speaking to right here tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. See you tomorrow, folks.
Are your cable rates rising? Tired of being pushed around by your provider?